Go live button.
Already did.
Okay.
Oh shit. I know. All right. Okay. We tried to be cool with the little countdown, and we're not going to do that though.
We're
All right.
so not cool.
We're not cool. And I can guarantee you one thing tonight. The show
Oh.
is definitely going to go off the rails. Okay. We're
Yep.
missing one of the compadres. Kevin is
Yep.
not here tonight. He was oddly enough, he received a text message from Motley Crue, and he's on the road with them, and he sent us a picture of a bowl of cocaine.
I don't know.
And
He said something about Tommy Lee wanted his dildo.
They were going to
back.
see
I
who's
don't know.
well, they were going to see who's you know what was bigger is all I heard. So
Okay.
with that we're gonna open with that, but I will say this too. Kevin and Lisa battle for the most factual person on the show, and so 50% of that is gone. So don't take anything literal as far as dates, shows, times. All of that is subject to change.
Unless I'm speaking.
We are live. We are unsupervised, so who knows what's going to happen.
It's going to go off the rails. So let's introduce ourselves. I'm Jared.
I'm Lisa.
I'm Matt.
With that UK delay, that's Matt. And we got a great show tonight. We have Post Profit is going to be on the show. Super freaking pumped about that. They've been in the magazine. We've talked about them. We've had them on the show before. And if I was a good producer, I would tell you the date and the episode, but I'm not. So I don't know that. But they have been on the show prior. And then as we always do, we're going to open up with the grudge match. And I'm going to let Lisa save me from looking like an idiot. And she's going to describe that.
Okay, we've got the Failsafe with Toxic Hearts as the challenger up against Westcreek with Let Me Bleed, the reigning champion.
Yes. And it's going to be great. We are all egomaniacs here on the show. So if you would jump in the comments and say hey to us, like, was that, I don't have my glasses on, Stephanie, Wanda, Tristan, what's up? Thank y'all.
Yes.
When did you get that? Neon. I've had Neon for a while. Where'd the comment go? We double clicked. Sorry. Lisa, did we double click?
You might have double clicked. I did not.
Yeah. No, there we go. I've been having the Neon. Been having that for a while now. Got in trouble for it from our sponsor at one point. That's neither here nor there. Thank y'all for being in the comment section. If you're watching, smash the share button. Let's spread the word. We got a great show for you tonight. I say we dive right into the grudge match. And Lisa, you want to take that for us?
Absolutely. Kicking it off, we've got the Failsafe. They are here as the challenger. This is Toxic Hearts.
Just can't speak out loud, and I'm trying to see what is buried beneath the doubt. Yo, now it's 4 a.m. as I lie in bed. You don't respond, but I know you're out, cause I'm left on red. I hate these games we play, stuck in this bed we made. As we keep digging deep and we keep feeling rigorous poisoning. All is left, put the ashes of our lives on fire. As we keep on breathing, but we never feel.
Man, I wasn't prepared for the hard vocals in the middle there. I'm such a sucker for it too. I'm like, yes.
I wasn't ready for any of that. I love being pleasantly surprised on the show. So whose pick was that? Was that Kevin? Did Kevin do that? Should have known. Should have known. Yeah, what a great song.
Yeah,
that was awesome. Song. I'm glad we don't get to vote. We didn't explain that before we played the video. Again, we gave the disclaimer. Shit's going to be a little weird tonight, and that's okay. Video number 1, which was that video right there. Is the poll live? Did we even do the poll? We didn't do the poll.
No, we usually do it when we're about to, after we start the second one. The second
video.
But
I didn't even have it queued up, so I don't know if I'm going to have that ready. So we might go straight comments tonight. Like, who knows? I don't know.
And before we do that, I'm just going to say something really quick.
Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay. You can only vote on a song one time. Okay. You can only vote one time.
Right.
If you're on Facebook, normally we have a poll. We're trying to work that out. And if you're on YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, you can vote for the band video number 1 or video number 2, or just put the band name in the comments, and you can do so once. Doing so repeatedly will not be good.
Will not be good. And that's coming from the boss there. So let's see. I'm trying to look here. I'm not going to be able to get this done while we're doing this live here, but that's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to play the second one. Like Lisa said, normally we don't make the poll live anyway until the second video. And if I can't get it up, we'll go old school and just do comments only. So either way, it doesn't matter. But let's roll into video number 2. And then after that, we have the guys from Post Profit patiently waiting backstage, and we have a shit ton of things to talk to them about. So don't go anywhere. So Lisa, roll us into the next one.
Yeah. So this is our defending champion. This is Westcreek with Let Me Bleed.
All righty then. I believe we spoke last show about them. That song. What a great song. What a great video. And Lisa, correct me if I'm wrong. That was what we talked about, the Stain vibe, like have the Aaron Lewis-y kind of, and I mean that as an absolute compliment. It's a fucking killer song.
Yeah, and actually, I think it was Jordan in the comments. I have to go scroll up really quick, saying, "Sounds like old school cold."
Yeah, okay, I hear that too. I
Mhm.
absolutely hear that. For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Matt, what do you think?
I love it. I love it. Both
Man, a
great
few
tracks.
words on the fucking live stream. I love it. Yeah, love it. Love it. Yeah. Thank you.
Love it. Love it.
Thank you, Matt.
No,
While I was trying to look
both
some
great
shit up in
tracks.
my time.
Both great tracks. It's a
They
great
are.
grudge match. And you know me, I'm always here for the music, man. I'm a music junkie like all of us are. So give me those bangers.
Well, I also think it's important to point out that we don't put videos in the grudge match for things that we don't like. We do it for things that we really, really like and love. So if you're in the grudge match, it's because we think your music's banging.
Correct.
So
I'm glad you said that, Lisa, because we say it on here a lot, and I don't think we should stop saying it. It is absolutely a nod to, hey, we think your video or your song, excuse me, and video is the shit, right? That's our way of like promoting it. And then however the voting goes down is however the voting goes down.
speaking of which, have we figured out the poll?
Nope.
We have not.
Actually, I did, but I don't have enough time to go through all the menus without having it memorized. So look, we're gonna go old school style. Doesn't matter what platform you're on. If Lisa, do you have the ability with a pen and a pad to?
I will jump up right now and get. Well, actually, I can just do it on my phone.
Okay, even better. So I'm going back and thanks everybody in the comments. Yeah, thanks everybody in the comments for chiming in tonight. And I even see some looks like some troops from each band in the comments talking about the song and that they're here, and we appreciate that as well. But I'm looking and I see number one. Lisa, are you seeing the same thing that I am? So look, the poll's not going to jump up. I see a number one from Alicia. Hey, Alicia, good to see you in the comments.
Yeah, I'll
just throw it out there. Video number one or video number two, doesn't matter if you're on Facebook or YouTube, doesn't matter where you're watching, Twitch, even X now, which is Twitter, which is fucking weird. Yeah. But anyway, just vote. Throw the number in there. Only vote once, please. Only vote once. And Lisa's gonna go through and make sure y'all aren't trying to get by on us here.
Yeah, no, I'll be writing down names, so it's all good.
Yeah, Charles, it looks like, where's he at? He did twice already. Charles, like, you may not have meant to do that. That's okay. But yeah, just only vote once. You can throw one or two, the number, Yep.
The Failsafe is video number one. Westcreek's video number two. So throw them in the comments.
And we'll rock and roll. All right, look, so we're going to keep this party train rolling. Yeah. Again, if you're having a great time, hit the share button, help it spread the word. But Post Profit, if they're a band that you haven't heard of, you haven't been watching the show, and you definitely haven't been reading the magazine, so politely fuck you. But let's bring it together.
Wait a minute. Wait, before we bring them in, also, if you've not watched TikTok, if you've not been on the social media platforms, there is no way that you have not heard of Post Profit. They've been making a lot of noise. They've been having some great social media content. So with that, roll those boys in.
Let's roll them in. I'm going to do my best not to fangirl. Here they are. What's up, gentlemen?
Yes.
Uh-oh, hold on. Oh, shit. They're fucking all right. No, okay, your mic was muted. Try that again.
We got to redo that.
Yeah, redo it.
Oh, it muted? Oh.
Yeah, you had it muted. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. Love it.
All right, where do we start? Where do we start this this fucking interview at? Y'all were on the show previously, a band who at the time when we talked, when was like, hey, this band Post Profit's going to be on the next episode, had zero fucking clue like who you were, right? We did the interview. I'm like, these guys are fucking cool. Play the song. Then I for me personally, jump on to whatever, Spotify, YouTube, doesn't matter. Start listening, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is fucking legit. Okay. Fast forward. I'm not even going to hit all the high points yet, but I want to just jump to like yesterday while I'm at Walmart. I'm having a discussion. This is a true fucking story. I ran into a guy who's into music. Hey man, are you going to the Disturbed show that's coming up in Biloxi, Mississippi? And I'm like, I'm like, yeah, I like Disturbed, seen them a bunch of times. I said, but I really want to go to Tool. But apparently now a fucking concert ticket ranges from $80 in the nosebleeds to like $500 to where you can see them if you want to go see Tool.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love them, but I'm not paying that amount of money. And I told this guy, I was like, look, the next show I'm going to is Post Profit in New Orleans, November the 18th, I think.
18th.
Yes.
Yeah.
18th.
I was like, have you heard of these guys? He's a friend of mine. He goes, no, I haven't heard of them. I'm like, dude, you follow the show. You should have heard about it. And anyway, I leave Walmart. I get in my truck and pop up. I send him y'all's song and Silly Goose. And this dude's into music. He texts me back. He goes, liking what I'm hearing. 45 minutes later, wow. Like 10 more minutes later, he goes, I'm fucking hooked. And I'm like, yeah. And for a way cheaper fucking ticket and way closer to the stage, you can see this shit. And I brag on you guys all the time. The fucking music is there, man. So I don't know where I'm going with that. I'll let Lisa take over, but I just want to.
I'm like counting votes.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, like, I found your music actually here in the station. And then I started looking and seeing that like new things were coming, some stuff was going on your socials. I saw you guys make a post. I don't remember how long ago it was, but it was like, should we play a gig in a gas station? And I was like, yes, you should, because you're going to get amazing content from it. And then lo and behold, I mean, like, God, if I would have lived anywhere near you guys, I would have been at that gas station to see all that unfold. And then I see this footage in the gas station. I'm like,
yeah, that was so crazy. The fact that went that viral was, and the whole thing of it was, that was a legit show. Like, our buddy is like, hey, I'm putting on the show at this gas station. Do you guys want to come? And we were like, sure, I guess, and we went and we played, and I think we made like $40, and
yes,
we almost didn't make it, and I'm glad that we did. So
yeah. $40 doesn't even matter.
It doesn't really matter.
But that's, I mean, they could have got like a bunch of Slurpees and a few bags of chips.
Yeah, well, it was actually it was like a gift card for the gas station, so it was just like
he knew what he was doing, man.
Yeah, he did.
He gives you money and then you spend it right there.
You can only spend it here, though, assholes. It's like,
I will say I did down a big bag of goldfish right before we went on.
and that Modelo was nice at the end of that show. You know what I'm saying?
That was,
all right, so
let's not forget the Doritos.
Oh, jeez.
Highlight of
the Cool Ranch Doritos. The Cool Ranch Doritos. The star of the video.
Oh, Matt's been having some internet issues. He'll be back with us. But
Okay.
Look, we got a little ahead of ourselves because we're all amped up here tonight. Let's do this for people that are watching tonight that may be possibly hearing about you guys for the first time. Let's do the backstory. We got to do that. Where are you from? Introduce yourselves and how the band got started. Like, we got to start there.
Okay.
I'm Zach. I play drums.
I'm Matt. I play guitar and sing.
I'm Nick. I play guitar. We are Post Profit. We're from Longview, Texas.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Texas, baby.
Longview, Texas.
Piney fucking woods, man.
Well, we actually recently moved out of Longview, but we're still like pretty near Longview.
Basically.
So
East
Texas.
What year did you get kicked off? How did you guys meet? Like, give us the,
Well,
we're on a first date here. It's a first date.
Let's see. Well, the band formed in 2017 officially. I met Nick, I guess, in what was that? 2015. Yeah. I guess Nick's known of Matt for a lot longer than that.
When the first night I met Zach, I was playing like a little show with my girlfriend at the time, and Zach came in and they knew each other, and we basically became like best friends at that point and didn't stop hanging out. And
pretty much saw him like every day for a year, like after that, which was like, I don't know, we just connected like musically and everything. I mean, just friendship, all of it. Mm-hmm. It was
like
dope.
We were wanting to do something, like we were wanting to do some music, and that's when Matt was he was doing like open jams and just hosting like
Yeah, we were. I was doing open jams, and I was inviting Zach. And then at that point, they were already hanging out. So he was like, "Hey, I got my buddy Nick who wants to come to this jam." I'm like, "Sure, yeah, let's go on in. Let's do it." Next thing you know, we start jamming together, and then we haven't stopped since. So.
It's been since 2016 or so.
2015, 2016,
late 2016, and then we made it official 2017. That's when we
4th of July.
formed what is, you know,
what you see now.
I can't wait till your single, like whatever single it is that hits and it breaks y'all, and they're like the overnight sensation post. It's like motherfucker, 2017, 2016.
We just played like endless covers, like whenever we were just jamming, like, so we were playing for a while before we ever even had a band name or
first show.
Plus, like from
any
like
originals or anything.
Plus, being in a small town area, like to get booked, you have to play stuff that everybody knows, and on top of that, like
you got to play for like 4 hours.
They expect, like they have country artists come in and play for 3-4 hours, and so it's like you got to fill that space if you want to actually make money for what you're doing. So it's like we did that for
acoustic, like all
we did. I mean, we did that for years.
What kind of covers, like genre wise? Is it comparable to what you play now? Or
dude, everything, man.
We did Incubus, we did Deftones, we did
Blink-182,
nothing but thieves,
Chappelle,
Highly Suspect,
Radiohead,
Cave In, Failure, Post Malone,
Teenage Wrist.
Like so much stuff, like
Basement,
and all sorts of other random
like
stuff,
obscure stuff, basically, like that would be good for like
all your like
true to ourselves, but still good enough to be played in front of people here.
Like any like if generic like drunk person that's just like, oh, I want to hear like this song, this, you know,
like
we try to play
like the newer generations of like play Freebird, right?
Literally,
pretty much.
Exactly.
It was cool because we were doing covers and stuff of just stuff we like, obscure covers, and doing Nothing But Thieves and everything like that. And people in Longview, you know, a lot of them are friends, like they discovered Nothing But Thieves and bands like that just from hearing us play the covers. And it's cool that we got to share, you know, music we enjoy while we were doing the covers.
Hey, Kevin.
Yo.
Hey, that doesn't look like Motley Crue's tour bus.
No, it's the warehouse for the garage to Motley Crue's.
Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. All right.
Yeah,
cool.
those are really cases of lubricant. Sure
right.
They are.
Sex toys. Jesus.
I got you, Kevin. Don't worry.
Yeah, Kevin couldn't make it on officially tonight, but yeah, he jumped on here with us.
Well, and what I said
Nice
earlier was,
it
seems like every time we do something with Post Profit, something comes up with work, and I end up having to miss it. The last time they played the Gulf Coast, I had to miss it. The last time they were on the show, I had to do something like this, and then here we are again. So,
well,
you're
here.
You're
here. You weren't on the last time they were on.
I don't think I was. Either that or I was very quiet and I don't remember talking.
No, I think you were on, honest to God. And like I said, if we were better producers, we'd have figured all that out. But no, I think you really were, honest to God.
Kevin, now you're here. You can ask your question quickly.
Yeah, fire your question away before you have to go back to actual work.
So, first of all, I want to tell y'all congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Second of all, I want to know what the process was for you guys to get signed.
Hey, he skipped a little bit in the progression, but we'll allow it. So we'll go there.
So, I mean, honestly, like what happened to us is what every band dreams of happening to them. We're like, we would never expect it to have gone down that way, but we got an Instagram DM, and that's kind of the rest. The rest is history.
I woke up at like 6 o'clock and saw the DM in our inbox.
We just thought he was some random guy, so we were just being nice to him. He was like, "By the way, I am an A&R at Sharp Tone Records," and we were like, "Oh."
It was weird.
Nice. It's crazy because we're really big. We love all the bands on Sharp Tone. We've been following Sharp Tone for a while, so that in itself was just like, holy shit, you know what I mean? Like.
And they're like pretty much right after that happened. It's like Sharp Tone, they were like the first to reach out to us. And then we talked to a number of other labels, but Sharp Tone just felt right. And it was the right people for us, and it just felt like the right fit. And everybody just seems very excited about us. So it's been awesome so far. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's been a great time.
Just to have like a team and people that, or
rallying around you and actually like believe in what you're doing, and so
it's a great feeling,
really good feeling.
So before I go, Jared doesn't know this yet, but we are trying to sneak in to see if you will add a date on that Silly Goose run that you guys are doing.
Yeah, we saw something about that.
There's discussions being had behind the scenes.
All right, I'm okay with that kind of. I'm okay with that kind of Black Ops, super top secret shit, Kevin.
What's that?
I said I'm okay with those kind of Black Ops, like super top secret missions. That's
no,
killer.
Honestly, it's only been over the last day or so, and I haven't had a chance to reach out to you about it. So,
all right, cool.
Hopefully, we can make it happen. Yeah, I would love to see both of you guys on the same show. So,
absolutely,
for sure.
That'd be sick.
Well, you guys have a good one, and I will catch you guys the next time you're around.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you
Take
for
care,
coming
bro.
on, man.
Take it easy, dude.
See y'all
Later,
later.
dude. Later.
So, now,
all right. Go ahead, Matt.
I just want to follow on from Kevin there with Sharp Tone and,
that's your neck of the woods, right, Matt?
So, you're on Sharp Tone Records with my boys in Caskets.
Yeah.
My question is there going to be any touring opportunities for you over here with Caskets?
I mean,
we're going to make.
We have yet to make friends with them yet, but that would be really cool.
We're going to.
We're commenting on their posts. We're worming our way in. So
eventually somebody's gonna want to take us over that way. I hope, man.
We're still building. It's so early for us. With the label experience and just it really. I mean, even though we've been doing this for over 6 years, it's like we're just starting
over. Yeah,
so. I mean, it feels like we're a baby band again right now, and reality, we are a baby band. I mean, in the grand scheme of things. So we're still building up. But as soon as we can come to the UK and we feel like we'll have,
we're gonna do the damn thing.
It's going down.
We're going to make it happen.
And I'll be there. I'll be.
Hell yeah.
Depending on logistics, I will follow you around the country.
Let's go.
I'm torn between I want the best for you guys and I want that to happen, and fuck Matt because he gets too many good shows already. You know what I mean? My heart is in two different directions here, but I'm gonna go with I hope that happens for you guys.
Thank you.
All right, so where were we back at on the chronologically here? Y'all did
So
the cover thing. You did that right,
and then thing.
Okay.
And then
we started adding in originals.
Yeah, we started sprinkling in originals here and there. We started, just dropping them in the sets and really getting to that point where you're a band where you're like, okay, now we have a set list. Some of these are covers, some of these are now originals, and
we had to fill that time. Still, we stopped playing 3-hour gigs. Just
right after
earlier this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's very few that we've done. It's
still
weird
in the trenches.
The last hometown show we played, we looked at our list right before we went on. We were like, these are all originals. It's crazy to think about.
To play in Longview and play all originals, it's pretty tough to get to that.
Very tough.
What was the initial response when you? I get it if it's a long set list of covers. A lot of times people don't even they're drinking whatever, but whether it was right out the gate or once it became more prevalent, what was the initial response to your originals? Did people? It
was going great. I mean, so pretty early on, when we were writing those earlier songs, We're All Monsters, Same Sad Song, all that stuff. We were in the baby stage of figuring out how to record our own stuff. So we had demos and everything, and
that, and plus we were still trying to figure out what we wanted to write.
For sure.
Those songs were more I call them jumpstart songs because we wanted to go the original route. And so pretty much after that, we started just playing our live shows, covering the songs that we did, and then we just started writing
and that's
pretty much
that's basically when we started recording When You Think It's Right. We started writing When You Think It's Right, and we wrote and we self-produced that entire record. So, and it took almost 3 years because just
not knowing what we're doing.
Not knowing how the hell to record or
Rookies.
do anything. Just total newbies. And I mean,
I'm pretty sure we recorded that record between all three of us. all of us have re-recorded that record. I think a solid like
at least
6 or 7 times.
No, not that many. Probably 3.
At least 3 solid.
We lost a
Matt's like it felt like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, it really did.
We lost like we were starting on whenever we started, we were working on a 2008 Mac, so it was old and barely working at that point. We were just, there was like no RAM
glitching and everything.
We were like through the glitches and shit. Like
the computer would shut down just randomly.
We knew what the.
Yeah,
I remember trying to tinker with Pro Tools on a laptop that I had, and the same shit, glitch, freeze, doesn't save, and I'm like, why the fuck do these bands talk about Pro Tools? This shit's terrible. You know, it's like you don't have enough ass behind your computer to keep up with it, even at that little bit of a level. But what's on Spotify what's on Spotify right now? That's not the self-produced, right? No,
it is.
The first
album,
first
record is self-produced.
Yes.
We did that in our bedroom, basically.
Okay, all right. Because I was gonna wait later for this, but okay. So then, when did the machine come in?
So that just happened. We just wrapped up that like earlier, in February?
Yeah,
it's been done for a little bit, but you know, with the label shopping and everything.
Okay, so what is the first song that he worked with you guys on? I'm glad because like this is good for the content, but I'm fucking confused because I thought he was on that
Machine. So like the stuff that we're putting out with Sharp Tone,
that's
Cancer
all
Culture,
Machine.
Drug Emporium, and the entire EP that's coming out November 17th. That's all Machine.
That's Machine. The first album, When You Think It's Right, It's Always Wrong, we did that ourselves.
Smother and all those songs.
What the fuck? Okay, now I got a ton more questions. I'm sorry, I don't want to hog guys.
You're good, bro. You're good.
Cut me off at any moment here. Mute my mic. Okay, now I'm super confused. So he did that live though that y'all did from the Machine Shop,
that's
right?
When we met him.
Yeah, that's when we met him.
Right. Okay.
So
go ahead. How did that happen then?
Oh, my bad.
No. Go ahead. How did that come about then? The live at his place.
So like the actual first time that we worked with Machine was actually, it wasn't really for us. Actually, it was for he was doing like a mixing with the masters type of course with a UK university, and the original band that was going to do it wasn't able to. So that band put in a word for us, and we ended up getting to talk to Machine. He was like, "Hey, you guys don't suck.
Yeah,
you guys want to try and do this university course thing with me?" And we're all like, "Oh yeah."
Hey, real quick, give the pedigree because the viewers may not know. This is a producer, and I'll start with like Lamb of God if you've ever heard of that band. Oh no, we lost them.
Oh, no.
I'm sure they'll jump right back in.
They'll jump right back in, but I'll explain that while they're coming back.
Yeah, please do explain.
The Machine is I forget his actual name. It's a nickname. But he has produced a ton of albums that are great. He's worked with like I mentioned, Lamb of God on the Sacrament album is the first one that comes to mind. He's worked with Clutch. Like these are fucking big bands that if you're into music, you know who they are. And I thought, which is why like I'm even more into this interview now, I thought he did their first EP. I thought that relationship was already
not even an EP, it's an album.
Excuse me, you're right.
Yeah,
it's an album. Yeah, I thought he did that, and I hope they come back on because I want to say this with them here. One of the things that I brag about with these guys, brag about them all the time, is it's twofold. Outside of them just being really good, is like, and I wrote this in the article in the Sound 228 magazine. If you don't have it, go download it. It's free on sound228.com. Is that I love you like that, Matt? Matt, that was tight.
I love the shameless
fucking tight, wasn't it? Wasn't it? All right. I love heavy music. Love it. Love gent. Love all this shit. Okay. But a lot of music that I'm hearing is going in that direction, and that's great. And I told every one of those guys this the other night at their live show. They are, to me, are going in a slightly different direction to a place that I would call what the term I use is hard rock. Or rock, but hard rock. They're a real rock band, and they sound like a rock band, and I fucking love that because it makes them different than the majority of the shit that I hear. I put them in a category with like STP, but heavier, Filter, but they don't sound like Filter. They're just kind of in that the way their tone is on the record, right, Matt?
While we wait for them, let's just bang a
Yeah,
video.
let's roll into some of their music.
Even better. All right. So which video should we play? And then also too, while we're doing that, Matt or Lisa, can y'all shoot them? There they are, right here. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
let's roll into Cancer Culture.
Well, let's bring them back in just so they know we got them. Hey guys.
Hi.
Hey, all right. Okay.
Sorry
cool.
about that. We had a weird internet drop.
That's okay. That's okay. Look, so we talked about a few things during the drop to fill the air. Here we are at the Ceiling Fan.
Hello.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna play your video for Cancer Culture.
Yes.
And then we'll come back and then jump back into that. Okay, is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. If you've been listening to the show and you don't know who these guys are, fucking strap in, put your seatbelt on, and here we go. This is Cancer Culture from Post Profit.
Starts with the spark, is with the fire. Got it straight for your heart, pure destruction. From the masses taking control. We'll see how far you can go. I hope you notice what this is. Bring it out, cancel me out. I hope you notice. When I'm on my feet, you knock me down. Head in my hands when you're around. You're ready to go too far, and I'm one step closer to breaking your heart. I better sit back and watch my step before I speak out and contradict myself. 'Cause one step in the wrong place and there it goes. You won't be on the radio. I hope you notice how it feels. Bring it up, cancel me out. Did you gain anything from this? Sit on down, just shut your mouth. I hope you notice. When I'm on my feet, you knock me down. Head in my hands when you're around. You're ready to go too far, and I'm one step closer to breaking your heart. Open your eyes from a different side, but that's a conversation for another time. Don't talk, need silence, just keep it quiet. Who needs good deeds when we can relax? Flag the line. Why don't you flag the line? Flag the line. Why don't you? Why don't you? When I'm on my feet, you knock me down. Head in my hands when you're around. You're ready to go too far, and I'm one step closer to breaking your heart. When I'm on my feet, you knock me down. Head in my hands when you're around. You're ready to go too far. One step closer to breaking your heart.
Still funny.
Wow. All right.
That's awesome.
Damn it. All right. Lisa, I want to take the lead on that. If just right out the gate, I've been hogging the mic, but I got a lot of questions.
I was going to say, I've got a lot of questions too, but if you want to hear that song live, they are getting ready to go on tour.
Yeah.
Right? They're getting ready to go on
Next
tour,
week.
and they are coming straight through Washington, D.C. Fuck yes. So,
Post show.
Fuck yeah.
Very first time too. Very
yes.
first time.
So
So you're
it
coming?
kicks off November 1st in Orlando, going down North Carolina, DC, New York, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Ohio, Illinois,
Mississippi.
going everywhere. Anyway, but they're going on tour for it looks about 3 weeks with Silly Goose. So if you want to hear that live, head over to postprofit.com. Go ahead, look up the tour, get your tickets, do the things, get your ass there.
You did it better than I could have asked for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go to their merch table, go talk to them, go buy some stuff.
Right.
Man,
talking about
Matt, hold on before we go into merch. Matt, real quick. The video, right? Like, fucking okay. Number one, Fenders, guitars, right? Okay, thank you for that. I fucking love that.
Yes.
Okay, yes, I absolutely fucking love that. Number two, the song is great as a whole, fucking written lyrics, everything. Air drumming from a news station. God damn it. Who does that? I've not seen air drumming from a fucking drummer on any video in I don't know ever, but definitely not recently. That's badass. Hey, drum kit
says I didn't know what to do with my hands. So.
That's perfect. And then
another
thing that I appreciated was the analog shit, right? Even though y'all like television studio and the tapes running, I'm like all analog. Love it.
Yeah. We actually filmed that at a TV and broadcasting museum here in our town.
In Kilgore, Hats off to them. They were freaking dope. They let us do that completely free. Like they just wanted to be like credited that we used the building, you know. Like
there was people like in the museum going through the museum while we were doing
They
that.
blocked off a whole part of it so we weren't messed with. Like I'm honest, like those people were so awesome. Like
did y'all look around and you're like, boys, we made it. They're roping shit off.
So many cool places just in that building. Like there's a lot of antique stuff in there. It's
pretty much every shot you saw like individually was like a different place in the building. Like it was huge. Like there was tons of. I mean, we could have got more shots in different places, and we just. I mean, what was the point? I mean, it would have been way too many shots. You know, like it was.
Right on.
It was a lot of eye candy in that building.
Right. Well, let's go back to in just a second to the recording process. But Matt, jump in on the merch. I didn't want to cut you off on that.
I was just going to say, talking of merch and going to the merch table, you boys have just restocked your store.
Yeah,
you've got new designs out. Garrett, I can't do it because I'm on my phone. Can you flash up the graphic?
Yeah, but hold on. Yes, I can. Where'd you put it, Matt? Is it in the?
It's
right
in
here.
the brand.
Got it. Right there.
There you
right
go.
there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, baby.
So, if you want yourself some Post Profit merch, go to postprofitofficial.com.
Yeah, man.
We will have all these designs on the road on tour. So
yes. Every single one of them will be available.
Cool. Yeah, and what's cool is that like it looks good. Like that is some really cool. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, the music's great.
Buy this.
Yeah, the music's great, but the merch just kind of looks like shit. No, it's like the merch is cool too. You know, so
the music is great. I discovered these guys a couple years ago here on the Sound, listening to the station, and
hell yeah,
everything I've heard ever since is just pure gold.
Dude, thank you.
It's banger after banger after banger. So just keep bringing it, boys.
Absolutely.
Yep. So let's go back. Let's go right back to before the connection dropped out, because it goes back to what I was saying before about. I tell everybody about you guys' music because it is very well written. And when you left, you didn't hear, we were saying, I wrote it in an article, a lot of bands are more of that heavier style, gent style that I'm hearing a lot on certain, platforms or whatever. And I love that. I fucking love that. But you guys are into what I would call more of a rock and roll band, a hard rock band. And I mentioned earlier, not that you sound like these guys like Stone Temple Pilots, Filter, or anything like that, but in the genre of a fucking rock band. And I love that because it sets you apart. You're still heavy, you're still whatever, but it's you have your own unique sound. And then another thing that I've always thought, but I was wrong, is I thought the Machine recorded that, and I always brag about how fucking crisp that record sounds. And I play it all the time. I send it to people. I play it at my house. You guys did that at home?
We did that at home.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, please unpack that for me, because I understand getting. You said you went from demos that sounded not so great to how the fuck did you go to that? And I want your music career to work out, but whoever the fuck did that, you got another career in recording recording arts, because I've played it on the phone, these speakers in the truck. It is crisp. It's crisp.
Thanks, man.
Thank you very, very much.
It took 3 years. I mean,
trial and error. Lots of trial and error.
We had it mastered.
Can you walk us through that a little bit?
At least.
Yeah, I mean, we recorded it we thought we knew what we were doing. We were very close to, like, all of these recordings were very similar, like as far as the song itself. I mean, just learning how to make everything sonically pleasing. It took a while. And once we finally figured it out, we thought we figured it out. We sent it off to get mastered. We hated the master, so we got it remastered, or we remixed it, and then we got it remastered. And the final master that you hear is done by Rogue Planet Mastering. So we mixed it, did all the production, everything, and then we sent it off to get mastered.
Okay. If there's anybody watching, I know we got some comments rolling through, and there's some people here on the live. If you're not a musician, what they're talking about is like the way that you hear the song from verse, chorus, breakdown, bridge, whatever it is, you know, they write that. But then if you're going to record it in your house, it might be a great song, but the way it sounds, like sonically, like you said, that's a whole art in and of itself, you know. And to capture that at home nowadays, we've mentioned this on the show before, technology has came a long way, right, to allow us to do these types of things in home studios versus, you know, multi-million-dollar studios that you've probably seen, you know, on documentaries and shit or whatever. But to do that out of a house, which is, I'm assuming, where you were at, and then send it off to somebody to master it, that's fucking impressive, man.
Thank you. It was also a grueling process.
They record bands, so, you know.
Yeah, no.
We took what we learned, and we've been recording bands and being in a band full time for like almost 2 years now. So
I doing the article that I wrote on you guys, I went through your stuff, and I think it was Matt. I think it was a picture of you laying on a bed with a bunch of recording stuff around you.
Yeah.
Okay. That photo, I now that we're having this conversation, I remember looking at it and I was like, oh, you know, he must tinker with home recording like I would assume all musicians do nowadays. Little did I know that y'all did that.
That's where it was, man. You saw it. That's where we did it.
Actually,
most of
yeah.
You know,
that's crazy. That's crazy to me, and hats off to you guys for that, because it really sounds good. I'm deeper into you guys' music than most bands than we have on here, and that's just by chance. I mean, because I like it, but
thanks,
fucking A right. Fucking A right.
Well, I've got a question. I mean, you guys went from being an independent band, you know, just hanging out, trying to get yourself noticed in the industry, right? And then you just came off the Spirits tour with Nothing More.
Yeah, that tour.
Holy shit!
I was there.
The coolest thing that has ever happened.
I've seen Nothing More a lot over like the past 7 years, and I've watched them grow. And I just want to know, for you guys, as coming, you know, being signed to Sharp Tone, you know, going on that Nothing More tour, what was that experience like for you, and were they good to you?
Oh, they were fantastic. All the bands on that tour were fantastic. We made a lot of friends, and we
actually were friends with them before that tour. Like they guest listed us to a show in Dallas, and I mean
we saw them at Rockville.
We've kept rapport with them and like text and, you know, and all sorts of stuff like that beforehand. And I remember we were talking to Mark, and he's like, "Hey, you guys should be getting like a tour offer in your email." We were just like, what?
No way.
Okay.
What? A day later pops up with all the info and everything, and we're just like, what?
And it was funny because whenever they did the tour promo video, you see my girlfriend and Matt are like crowd surfing.
You see the back of my head.
Welcome to Rockville.
And that was like the year before.
They had no idea that he was in it, but Matt was in the promo.
Somehow, yeah. But yeah, that
street cred right there. We were already in the video, and we didn't.
Yeah, we were already in the video.
Yeah, it was meant to be. But
right.
The tour overall was life changing. The guys in Dead Poet Society were really awesome.
They throw
shout
down.
Out to them. Hyro the Hero, that whole camp was awesome. Most of his band's from France. He lives there, I guess, now. So
it was his band's. It was their first time in the U.S. So
they were our green room buddies, like pretty much every
single day.
It was pretty cool.
We made him go to Buc-ee's and like do like American people stuff. We're like, go to Buc-ee's, dudes.
Get the brisket.
Right.
They did too.
And they got the full experience because whatever Buc-ee's they went to had the dude dressed up as the beaver. So they got to take a picture with a real beaver. The real Buc-ee's.
Right.
Yeah, it was dope. It was dope.
overall, the whole camp, the TM, the merch, their merch staff was
their front of house staff,
ridiculously hospitable, and it was great.
Amazing.
And like the whole tour was just, it just went smoothly, and it felt just like everything was in place where it was supposed to be. And it
was also really fun to like watch the other bands.
For sure.
Like we would go out into the crowd and like watch the other bands and crowd surf and get dropped on our backs.
Getting the energy going.
So
we lost some gear, we broke some gear, but it all ended up like
as you should.
The stuff we lost, we ended up finding, and the stuff that broke, we're getting it fixed. So, but yeah,
great.
We still made it through.
What do you think the biggest takeaway was from that? What is the most important thing that you learned from that experience?
Was that your biggest tour to date as well? To
date, yes.
Yeah, those biggest crowds, everything. I think we really just like we got the glimpse into what it's like.
Super professionalism world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like the Nothing More dudes are just like on that fucking mental, metronome. Everybody's in sync, you know what I'm saying? Like even without it being in ears, you know what I'm saying? Like their whole camp is like on it all the time, they're ready if something fucks up, it was really
inspiring to watch.
Really cool to see like the moving pieces of their engine, you know what I'm saying? So I mean like it definitely like just kind of showed us like the next level, you know what I'm saying? Like I mean we've done some regional stuff. We've finally got to go out and do a national tour, and now we get to see like some of the ins and outs we've not gotten to see before. So I mean it kind of just like,
so we feel like we're just ready to go for the Silly Goose tour. We're just, we had a nice little nap between the No-Mo tour.
It was a long nap. Now we're about to go out again.
Well, I mean, now the bar is set too, right?
Well,
the bar is set, the standard is set.
So
you have something to achieve, to reach for.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And we have to adjust like our expectations for this tour, which I mean, it's a completely different thing. So
the setting is different, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
like
a little bit more intimate.
We're co-headlining. It's definitely gonna be rowdy, and I'm looking forward to that. Like the intimacy.
That's
really connect with the crowd. Like
it's in our wheelhouse.
I'm sorry, Lisa. Go ahead, Lisa.
I was just gonna say, I just wanted to jump in really quick to the video that you guys had with Silly Goose about like the biggest beef, whatever it was. What on earth is that about? I see the vocalist for Silly Goose like not even trying that hard to pretend he's eating a Subway sandwich. And I was like, I remember I had to watch it like 5 times. I'm like, what is that? Like you guys
actually
give us the
offered to buy a whole
please.
sandwich. Like
he just got bread.
He literally went up there and bought like the bread, and I was like, okay. And so we thought it was. I mean, it worked. I mean, it was kind of like we had that viral video going on at the time, and then they had their one that was going on in the subway, and they were just so happened to be coming through Dallas on that tour they were following. Doing all the parking lots, I think so.
Yeah, that was Bad Flower.
Yeah, and so anyways, they hit us up and they're like, "Hey, like, we're coming through. Like, you guys mind if like we come hang out and shit?" And
they were like, "Can we show up at your house?" If you're a Silly Goose fan, then you get that.
You get the reference.
They totally came. They stayed the night, and like while they were there, we talked about it, and we had a gas station that was connected to a subway right up the hill from the house.
What are the odds?
So
right.
So we thought like, yo, let's do some content. So it worked, but then like I don't know, roughly when they were there, didn't they start talking about wanting to tour with us then?
Yeah,
so
we were
that kind of like spawned the to be continued thing. So like that was even back then that we were kind of like brainchild this tour idea, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like now that it's come to fruition and we're doing it next week, it's kind of like,
and it's just like now. It's like holy crap, you have basically 2 bands that have like from social media playing together and like actually doing actually doing it. It's pretty crazy that's even a possibility for us, and we're stoked to do this tour. It's gonna be sick.
Those boys are fucking
posted on their social media earlier, like, "Hey, we're coming through. Can we stay at your place?" Literally a video asking for people for places to stay. So that way they don't have to pay for hotel rooms. So are you guys down? Are you looking for a place to stay too?
Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, if you have room, we're down. I mean,
hey, if y'all make it down to Mississippi, I got y'all. I got y'all. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Let's do that.
What I was going to say earlier, on the Nothing More tour, big crowds, biggest tour you've been on, right? What was the response coming off the stage, whether it's, out at the merch booth or in the crowd or whatever, people that never heard of you? Like, what were they saying? Like,
the response was unreal, honestly.
Yeah.
It blew me away, to be honest. Like,
we were very like, and it's sometimes it's hard because we as far as what we think what the set should be like and how perfect it should be.
Correct.
And if everything doesn't go right, and then just coming off stage and everybody being given us like,
hey man, that was awesome.
That was
awesome. Like kind of making all of our little worries that we know about that no one else knows about kind of go away. And like we didn't bring enough merch. We didn't know what to expect. We've never done anything that big, but we legit sold out of merch. Like the last 2 shows we played on the tour, we had bare bones, nothing almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that was in itself very humbling, and I don't know. I mean, it made me like excited. You know what I'm saying? Like being around the Nothing More camp in general. Like it was inspirational to see that's even fucking possible. You know what I'm saying? Like that it can go. I mean, and they're also Texas boys too. So I mean, it's cool to see that it. I mean, and we have friends in Longview, in Kilgore area where we live, that remember Nothing More coming and playing at this little fucking hole in the wall here where we live. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like it's one of those things where it's like, it can fucking really happen. You just have to bust your ass. And it was nice to really see that in action. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
They're a well-oiled machine, you know?
Yeah. We used to play shows with their original drummer. Nothing More's original drummer's name's Paul. He since left the band, but Paul used to play in Pandemic, and we used to play with Pandemic in my band back in 2009 in Slidell and New Orleans all the time. So I kind of caught wind of them early, you know what I mean? And they sounded great that night. I didn't realize how many vocalists they have in the band live. Like I didn't realize how many people contributed, and it sounded phenomenal. But what I will say is that every band that night held their own, and you guys opened up and fucking, like, I was like, damn right. Like you were right in there where you needed to be. Like it was killer.
Thank you, man.
Really Thank you.
That was the Mobile.
It was awesome to see you, man.
So, that was our biggest thing getting over, of like just the feeling of like, do we deserve to be here?
Should we be here? Right. Should we be here? Yeah, exactly. No, you know, the opening band, you get those looks kind of like, who are these guys? What is this song?
The arm cross guy.
Right. And are they gonna suck?
You guys actually don't suck.
Right. Well, because they don't know the change, right? They know it's like verse, and then boom. They don't know the boom yet because they never heard it. You know,
right.
Over time, and then you're like, not everybody fucking
I think we got you a couple times too. I saw you over there to the side. We played some songs you haven't heard yet, and I was looking at you, but you didn't see me. But I was like,
when do I move? Where is this going? I haven't heard this one yet. Yes, exactly.
For sure, yeah. The crowd responses have been fantastic, honestly, like mind blowing.
Really pumped for you guys to hear this new record on the 17th.
I love it.
One of the things on the Nothing More tour that was like really, really cool was the amount of people that came up to us and they were like, hey, this is me or my kids' first concert ever. Like, you guys are the first band that they have ever seen in their life.
That was crazy.
So this was like,
that happened like throughout
that's the shit right there.
Like,
that is the
right,
shit.
Right in the heart, right there. It was awesome. Like,
it felt good for sure.
Yeah.
There was one kid that we played in. Where was it? I think it was Knoxville, and he didn't even know the words. He was mouthing the words. He had like this leather jacket on, sleeves cut off, just going at it. And we made eye contact, and I was sitting there just watching him. He was having the time of his life. It was.
I love it.
A great moment.
That's great. So I want to circle back to something that was mentioned earlier. So we mentioned potential you coming over to the UK.
Yeah.
And I just heard that Matt likes to crowd surf.
Oh yeah.
So
crowd surfing, stage diving.
How about when you get to the UK, we have a double Matt post-profit Sound 228 crowd surfing session?
Yes.
Y'all should do a race. No, do a race like somebody holds up a flag in the crowd, and who can get past that flag.
I've been to plenty of shows in the UK with Matt. Okay. he will go up on any stage, leap off, and hope for the best. Okay,
Yes.
so
That's how we
You saw
do it.
that video of Matt.
Yeah, did y'all see the one where I did that? I did Don't Stop With Nothing More, and we talked about it at one point. We're doing the jump into the crowd like the music video, and I chose to do it in Knoxville. Try to get everybody to,
dude, that gap.
The warning.
They weren't ready.
I've never seen Matt jump that far. So when we went to judge the gap before the show started, I was like,
nah.
no, don't do that, man.
Yeah.
I don't think you got that. Well, I went to video him.
I don't think you
doing
got
with
that.
Johnny. And then next thing you know, he jumps right over my head. Literally, I was like,
And
what
here's the thing. Matt jumps over on this side. Everybody is in the middle, like waiting, like we're all in the middle waiting to catch him, like, and he just goes off to the side and you just see him
falls to the ground.
Like a rock.
Yeah, in the video, you see Zach like recording. He just is like smiling 1 second to the next second, going, "Oh shit!"
Like, oh yeah, I gotta go check on him.
That's my lead singer. Shit.
Yeah, he might be injured. We need to check on him. Yeah. Well, we've got your other video here that we can play, and I think we should let everybody hear it. But before we roll into that, on the previous video that we played, which I was saying wrong the whole entire time, but on cancer culture, I gotta ask, are you saying at the end sweep the leg?
Sweep the leg.
Karate Kid style, man.
Sweep the leg.
Okay. Is that what that's from?
Yeah.
Okay, that was the only thing that I could think of, and I was having a conversation with somebody the other day about, I don't know if y'all know this, but like at PGA tournaments, they have certain things that are supposedly banned that you're not allowed to say as the golfers are about to hit. You're really not supposed to say anything. There's certain statements that are banned, and sweep the leg Johnny is apparently one of those things. And I heard it in your song, and I'm like, there's no fucking way he's saying sweep the leg. He's not there. I'm misinterpreting this. Why is that in there, and what the fuck does it mean if you're willing to tell us?
Like in the chorus, when I'm on my feet, you knock me down. Just sweep the leg.
It made sense,
right,
even though,
right,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a play off the movie and also the song itself.
Yeah, I love it. I love that. Sweep the leg.
Just like when the bottom falls out, and especially in the movie, like that was such a high point.
Yes.
So
I heard, I was like, there's no, I'm either hearing this wrong. There's no way it's a Karate Kid reference, but it fucking is. I like this song even more.
They made a whole spin-off series about the fact that was an illegal kick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In the new episodes, if you watched it, Cobra Kai, they kind of touch on that. Like, hey, that was an illegal kick.
Some of it.
Yeah. All right. So look, we do one of these things on the show. It's called Tell Us Everything or Tell Us Nothing. For the next video, we're going to play Drug. Am I saying Emporium? Tell us everything about the song / video, or tell us nothing before we roll into it.
What do you think?
Let's tell them nothing.
Yeah, I like it. Fucking roll right into it. Here we go.
Let's see if they like it.
Post Profit Drug Emporium. You're watching the sound. Let's go.
Try to call me, but I guess I'm never home. I'm sorry if you think that I don't care, but maybe I don't wanna say what you need to hear. High school is over, look at us now. Keep it up, my friends, it's just all in your head. It's the same mistakes that you always seem to make. Lead me to water that I'll never
Yeah.
Love it.
In case you're wondering what it's going to be like when you go to the post-profit show, there you go.
Exactly.
Damn. And now I know where those pictures came from that I used in the article of the skateboard ramp. That was from that video. So sweet.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah. So I'm glad you said nothing about the video because I've got questions. I watched this.
We knew that
I
was
was
gonna
like,
happen.
You don't have to answer, by the way. You can tell him to go fuck off.
You can. That's some proper early 2000s pop punk vibe video. Like, was that the idea and inspiration behind it, or like was it intentionally done that way?
Trying to hit you right in the fucking feels, bro.
Right in that nostalgia. Right in the nostalgia.
And it goes perfectly with the content and the lyrics content of the song too. So
Are you gents? I'm a bit of the older age now, and as I grow up, the early 2000s. How old you guys have been?
I was, I think, like 8.
Well, I mean, he's 30. I'm 29. He's 27.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, right.
Right. I'm the youngest one that does the radio station. So, and you're all younger than me.
Yeah. So I mean, we're all fairly young, but I mean, we all like. My
You
uncle
appreciate
was,
that
like, big into
time.
Stuff. His dad showed him a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like we all grew up around that style of music, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you did. That was like Tony Hawk, the skateboard game.
Yeah.
And everything. Like you nailed it. So while it hurts me, I appreciate it.
Well, part of me is like wondering, like, I don't know if ridiculousness is on anymore, but that's like something that you would expect to see, like on ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting a face plant, you know.
We wanted to make a music video that people want to live inside of. You know, like the vibe of it, the whole feel of it,
to really bring people back.
We were one day away from having some people that like are actual X game professionals being in the fucking video, and there
was a few that still came out.
Yeah, there was a few that were still there, but we almost had a bunch that were like gonna be in it, and then they ended up having to get pulled off to something else. But it was a cool overall vibe for the video.
I love it. Yeah,
I love that you were air drumming too, as we mentioned earlier. While we were playing the people live, you couldn't see that, but he's air drumming to the video. No,
we can see you, dude.
That's great.
That's great. So it's like we were practicing before the video, like the interview. So I was like, well, it's already getting late. I have work tomorrow, so I'm just like.
It's like when I first watched that video, I sort of started watching it. I was like, wow, Sum 41 have a new lineup. Like it takes me back to that, you know, when they were doing all their skate videos and stuff like that. It does take me back to my teenage years. It's great. I love it.
We've touched on it briefly before we wrap everything up tonight, and I appreciate you guys' time. I appreciate the fucking music and jumping on here with us. But like, let's before we end everything, let's dive into the tour. We've already talked about it, you know, you guys and Silly Goose, but coming off of the Nothing More, and now you've got this run. Like what you've been the opener in front of the, you know, bigger crowds. Okay. So now you're going to co-headline with these guys. And I'll also say before we went live, we had a really good podcast with me, Matt, and Lisa that we should probably re-record, talking about a lot of things from radio campaigns and the money that you spend for that versus the, you know, free advertising you can get off of social media or spending money there. I think Silly Goose and you guys are doing, especially TikTok, better than anybody that I've seen. That's a whole nother discussion. But what's in like the mindset going into this tour, coming off of a bigger name, Nothing More and the bigger crowds or whatever, and headlining this through these dates? Like, how are you approaching this, and what are you looking to get from it?
I mean, I would say shows like this that are on this tour, that's
our bread and butter.
Yeah, that's where we're comfortable, man. That's where that's what we're used to. And I mean, I think that it's just gonna feel great, I think
the benefit, I think that what's really gonna be the big thing for this tour is like just getting other places that we've not been. I mean, there's a few places that we were just at on the Nothing More tour, and like some areas that were close to some of those places, but a lot of these places we've not been before. So I think that's just getting our name out there. You know what I'm saying? It's really the key, and like that you can't pay for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's priceless. Just making the miles and getting out there and getting your face in front of the people. I mean, that's really like, before we got signed and everything and had the Nothing More tour, we had just did that Escape the Fate run, and most everything else had been regional. We came to, Biloxi before, and everything, but it's not been like it's been right now. So it's really just, we're earning some stripes, you know what I'm saying? Getting out there and, trying to
spreading the good word.
Yeah.
Have you had anybody reach out that says, hey, like I saw you on the, the Nothing More tour, but I saw you and we're coming to this tour now?
We made sure to do that at the merch tables too, like in places we knew we were going to come back to and or like get close to. We told them everything that we could, all the dates, because we had all the dates and stuff at that time, and everything.
Right.
So,
we had some people do that on the Nothing More tour. We played in.
They would come up to us and be like, "Hey, see you in November." Like that was cool.
Yeah, we had people on the Nothing More tour coming to like multiple shows on the Nothing More tour.
Yeah,
right.
Just being like, "I came to see you guys again." It's like,
I actually before we went on the last date in Charlotte, there was some people I think from Florida that were.
They were at the Orlando show, and then they came to fucking Charlotte.
Yeah, they came to Charlotte
to see us again, and I was like, "What? Like
you guys are crazy."
That's awesome.
I love it.
I love you too.
We've booked some bands here on the Gulf Coast here in Biloxi, and like you book a lot, and then like certain bands, you've got people coming in from places that you're like, holy shit, and they're like, no, you don't understand. Like we're fans of this band, and I'm talking about bands that haven't broke yet. You know what I mean? And they're like, no, we're here, we're coming. That we don't care. Like we're coming to their shows, and I'm like,
it's
Jared.
No greater fucking thing.
Talking of booking bands, talking of Post Profit playing live. I'm gonna say this live on air right now. No, it's that way. No, that way.
Yeah.
Rocky.
Oh yeah, no, I've already had that conversation with them before, and even Rockin' the Sound 1 was a conversation that was had too. But yeah, anything we can do with these guys, it's gonna happen. However that falls out,
we're down.
Absolutely,
for sure.
We definitely need to do Rock the Sound. We're due.
Yeah, yes,
I
sure.
I think y'all tried the last time, but then y'all ended up getting a tour package.
That's exactly what it was.
I
we thought we were
gonna. That's what you said.
We thought we were going to get a smaller package, and then it went like, and we're like, oh shit, kind of got to buy it all. And that's exactly what it was. But you're right. If whatever part 2 happens, that you're on the top list, or even before that too, So
yeah,
absolutely, man. Thank you.
Keep us in mind, man.
Yeah, for sure. Lisa, Matt, is there anything else before we wrap this up and get into the tallying of the votes?
Well, I just want to go ahead and remind people one more time, postprofitofficial.com. Get your butt over there. Grab your tickets. Kicking off November 1st in Orlando. Co-headline tour with Silly Goose. Go get in the pit. Get rowdy with Post Profit.
I am calling for
guys.
Stage diving.
I will see you.
We're calling for stage diving. We're calling for crowd surfing.
Everything.
Well, I'll see you in Washington, D.C.
One last question from me, and the thing that I've loved through this whole interview is you guys have come from the ground up. You literally started jamming as a band, and now you signed to this big label, you're doing these big tours and stuff. What's one piece of advice that you would give these up and coming bands moving forward or starting out?
Keep moving forward. It is not for the faint of heart. I'll tell you.
But
that
if you
right
feel
now.
like you're not being heard, just keep going. I mean, dude, I was sitting in Nick's house, their old house, basically just like, I don't know what we can do. Like, it was like just last December. And then we started hitting like Instagram ads. You know, not everything works for every band the same way, but that was what helped us. And now, you know, from December to March, we've went from like a couple thousand monthly listeners to like almost 30,000, which is still not a whole lot. But I mean, from a band from where we're from, that's, you know, okay, you know, and in a short amount of time. Just if you're worried about not being heard, keep fucking doing it. And
create for yourself too. Like don't get bogged down trying to be that, you know, be that band. And then not everybody always feels creatively motivated. So if you're just not feeling it, you know, don't beat yourself up. Just keep.
It literally does take time. Like
it takes time to write great songs and
determination.
I mean, you just gotta keep it going. I think the number one thing that you know bands collapse from is just stopping. It's a lot of these bands just kept going. You know, probably make it bigger than they think. So
burnout is a real thing, and it's a ugly business. It's an ugly fight, you know, and it's not always the best, which is subjective, but it's not always the best that win. You know, it's like who stays the longest, who's got the biggest bankroll, who meets that one contact at a bar one night that then hits them off with this thing. You know, it's like it's a fucking crazy game, but
it's a long play. It's all about the long play.
And you gotta be a hustler, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know how to like find ways to brand yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that was a thing for us, but I mean, at this point, like we're just a bunch of fucking goofy dudes that like to fucking rock. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna go fucking jump off that stage and hype up the fucking crowd when we're done for whoever else is after us or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, we're here to have a good time, and hopefully you have a good time from our music, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what we're all about.
Yeah. Come to a show, escape the bullshit, just have fun, be yourself, you know. Fuck, that's what it's all about, man.
Great. That's fucking great advice. And if you're here, what the fuck was that? How did you do that?
If you do it like on your face. Oh, he's on his phone. That's why it's working. On the new iPhone, if you do that, you'll get like the hearts come up.
Okay, well, I feel even older. Didn't know that. No, if you're hearing about these guys for the first time, go check them out. They're on all the platforms: Spotify, YouTube. Go watch the videos. That's another thing. We didn't even jump into the fact that their videos are like fucking 1996 MTV worthy, and I mean that as a fucking compliment. When videos were very well done, they have that now. Go check them out. The songs are written well, guys. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll see y'all in the New Orleans show, November 18th. If I got it right, I think we're gonna do 2 nights down there in New Orleans, the night before and the night of. So fucking want to party, you know what I mean? Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, next Saturday night.
Lisa, I want pictures too. It didn't happen. All right, cool.
And I'll see you boys in the UK very soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Later.
Bye.
Later. All right, that was killer.
Awesome.
That was killer. They're doing big things. They really are. And when I say big things, you know, they're climbing the fucking ladder. To make that overnight sensation, right? Of fucking 5 or 6 years.
They're doing it correctly, and they're doing it with the right momentum, right? You know, if you just sort of explode out the gate and you're literally a nobody and you explode out the gate and all of a sudden you're an overnight sensation, that is not the best thing that you want for your band.
Well,
you know, you're going to fall just as quickly back down.
You know,
you need to learn.
One of the best things I heard from them tonight was the fact that they got signed and they said, we're just a baby band and we're starting out again.
Yep.
That's called fucking.
That's the attitude you've got to have.
You got to have humility.
Yep.
Absolutely.
They've got the fucking perspective, right? They understand. And that takes a lot, dude. Like you say, Lisa, what'd you say? Blast out of the gate and be the overnight sensation. I don't really know. I could be wrong, but like, there's not many bands that really do that. People just think that that's what happens. Like most bands, whether you like them or not, they put in the fucking work, right? That's just how. Most. I'm sure you could Google something and there's some, you know, whatever, but it ain't the majority. It ain't.
Like, you look at Sleep Token, for instance, right? Everyone thinks that Sleep Token came out of nowhere, right?
Right.
And they did go viral. They went big overnight because of one of their songs, right?
Mhm.
They've been a band for 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I didn't know that, Matt. I didn't know that. But
they've been
even
playing clubs. They've been playing. You know, they've been grinding away, and it's because people don't know it. These bands at this sort of level, they just think, oh, they come out of nowhere.
Right.
Every band that you see that is making it out there big, like Architects, and you know, even I wouldn't say so much Metallica because they were playing arenas from the get go, weren't they? But
yeah,
you know
no,
what I mean?
I don't. Is that? I don't know that that's true. No,
I don't know. I mean,
not out of the get go. No.
These bands these days, every band that you see that is blowing up, like, you know, Sleep Token apparently came out of nowhere. They've been grinding for years, and this is what Post Profit have been doing for the past few years. They've been grinding away, and it's been paying off.
Or it's a band, maybe just I would say, like, as an example, that's like Hell Yeah pops into my mind. You know, like that. They already were established in other bands.
Yeah,
and,
sort of.
But even they still had to open up in the beginning.
Yeah,
you know, they were an opening act, and you're talking about fucking legends. So that's just how that's the nature of the beast.
The grind never stops is one of my biggest sayings in the industry.
Yep. But one of the coolest things about this show, and for me specifically tonight, is to learn that those guys did that first record themselves and then shipped it off to have it mastered. Like, whoever mastered it did a great job, but the fact that they produced it themselves and did that. And when Jonathan told me that from Kingdom Collapse, like, that was we had been playing them for a while. We had spoke to them, booked them, talked to them. I did not know that he did that in his bedroom, more or less, you know, give or take or whatever. It's just, man, that combines a lot of shit into one person. Not only are you the artist that creatively pulls it from the ether, you know, and makes it happen, to then you can the technology's there, but you can still fuck that up. You cannot get that right, and they're getting that right, and then you send it off to somebody, usually to master, which is like fine tuning how it sounds, and it's fucking kudos, man. Kudos.
It's hard to do it in house. You know, running the emails for submissions, I hear a lot of music that, to be honest, is done in house, and it's not done well.
It's not. Right. It's not easy, man. It is not easy
for them to do that, because I'm surprised that they recorded and produced that themselves. I was like, wow, that's some talent. And they said it takes, you know, like it was trial and error for them, and that's what it is. You've got I tell a lot of bands in the industry that I'm friends with and stuff, you can't put something out for the sake of putting something out. You've got to put something out that's right. You know, you've got to put undeniable bangers. It's got to sound great.
I've even heard, and I'm sure you have too, you know, artists nowadays talk about, I can't just be the artist anymore. I can't just write the songs and put them out. I have to now be the social media expert. I have to be all this and all that. And that is true. And that is however you choose to look at it, a positive or a negative, of the democratization of the music landscape now, right? Like, you want the power, you want to not have to go through these gatekeepers of the record labels. Well, now here's what is then put onto your shoulders to a certain level, whether they hook up with some guys and gals like you at Riff Media, right, that can take some of that burden off of them. But that's part of it. And it looks to me like these guys fucking spent 3 years while they're writing the fucking shit, the music, to also establish the craft of recording it. And they have a bright future in just doing that, in my opinion.
Yeah, 1000%.
I agree.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
We got to wrap it up.
But Lisa, were you able to keep up with all that while we were talking?
I went through, I wrote down every single person's name that voted and who they voted for.
All right. So I'm going to say a disclaimer.
Like Santa. I went through my list and I checked it twice.
So disclaimer, you know, we do this while we're live tonight, you know, without the Facebook poll. And then we also have multiple channels, YouTube, Twitch, all this other stuff. We add all this up. We do our best. You know, Lisa was doing that while we were interviewing the band. And here's the total that she got, right?
Okay. So there were over 40 votes that were cast. Okay. And with 80% of the vote, Westcreek will go on to defend again as the champion and go for a Hall of Fame win.
Well, so
Go ahead, Matt. What'd you say? I didn't hear you.
Say well done, Westcreek. It's that's 2 wins in a row. If they win the next one, Hall of Fame.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. Two great songs. Again, we said it earlier and we'll say it again. We love the songs that we put on the Grudge Match, and we appreciate everybody that commented or voted either way.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt.
Thank you.
So both of those tracks are in full regular rotation on the sound. So if you're a fan of either band or both, get in those requests, smash it on that 30/30. You know, that's another way you can help and support. It's free. Download the app, get your requests in.
That's right. The Sound 228. It's on the App Store for Apple, and it's on Google Play or for Android.
Or it's even on your TV via Live 365 app.
What? Right there in the background. She's got it. That's right. You can listen to the digital. It's a digital radio station, right? Inside of the app. And that's what Lisa's talking about in the background there. You can listen to it on your TV. You can listen to it in our app. And it keeps you connected to everything that we do. It has all of our social links. We rip the audio from all these interviews, and you can just listen to that while you're on the go. So it's free. So stay up to date. Go ahead, Matt.
Before we go, I just want to say, there's a lot of people in the comments. There's a lot of fans of the Sound 228. If there's any bands that you think we should be listening to, if there's any bands you think we should be playing, if there's any bands you think should be in the Grudge Match, drop us a DM, drop us an email, and we'll see what we can do.
If there's a band you think we should be interviewing.
Correct. Tag us.
We don't know about. Tell us.
I still can't say X. Tag us on X. Like tag us on Twitter. You know, that's an easy place to do it. But we want this to be crowdsourced. I mean, we do our best to listen to algorithms and playlists and all this shit to pull these bands out. Matt's fucking in the streets in the UK, you know. I guarantee you, Matt, like I've said it before, like you are giving the American audience over here stuff that I would say statistically never know about. And if they did break, let's go with
Raptors.
No.
The city is ours.
No, they wear the mask. We just talked about them.
Sleep Token.
Sleep Token, yeah. Like they broke through, you know, and we all heard about them. But how many other ones that are as good or better that we in America wouldn't hear about? We hear it the Sound through Matt, and we're pumping that out, man. And I'm proud of that.
Right. So who was playing Sleep Token before they broke big?
Correct. Correct. And that's what I'm saying. Like we are the I don't know if you'll get the reference, Matt, but like the AAA ball, right? Like there's right. Yeah. And I'm proud of that. That's what I want. Like we let off the show about ticket prices, you know, $500 to see a band up close and on the floor. Like, okay, if they're getting that money, more power to them. I hope every band gets that someday. But if you can catch a band that in 5 or 10 years is going to be the next whoever you think is the best, go catch them $30 in your hometown or a town over. And I hope you heard about it through us. And if you did, then we met our mission statement.
We have. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Congratulations to Westcreek. Our next show, when are we live again? Are we live? Is it next week or is it in 2 weeks?
November the 8th, I believe. For day
November 8th. And should I say who our guest is?
I just said who it is.
Oh, you did?
I didn't hear it, Matt.
I didn't hear you.
Sorry.
Oh, you go ahead.
Our guest is one of my favorite female artists right now. She's incredible. She's just put out a brand new album titled Mortal. Her name is Daedric. Go check her out. Daedric Official, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, wherever, Spotify. Go check her out. She's going to freaking melt your face off.
And what about we're only a couple days away from the next installment of the Sound 228 magazine, which is we talked about the UK tonight a lot. I'm not going to spoil anything, but right, Matt?
Yep.
That's going to be a cool drop, right?
Yep.
So be on the lookout for that. It's free. It's digital. You can order the physical copy if you feel so inclined. But we'll see you guys. Thank you for being here tonight, and we'll see you on the next one.